Welcome back to the Arbitress YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning how to draft this princess dart line. Okay, it's a bustier blouse, and the dart line, armhole princess dart line, is the one that goes through your waist like this, and then to the bust, and then to the armhole. It's very simple to make. I will be learning how to draft it in today's class. If this is what you would like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. It's very simple to make. Just follow the simple instruction. I already have my basic bodies here, and I've added my allowances to my basic bodies. So this line that you are seeing here is my nipple to nipple line. So this here is my chest line, this is my bust point, this is my under bust, and this is my waistline. Okay, so those are the measurements I'll be working with. And for the bust span of this, I'm using 8 inches divided by 2, which is going to give me 4 inches, which I have here, and then I made to a straight line. So now to take my under bust dart, I'll be taking 2 inches for my under bust. So now normally, like we do, is either you share your 2 inches 1 or you just take it on one side. Whichever one we do is fine. And also this is going to be having a bust dart here. So on the bust point measurement, I'll also be taking 2 inches to be my bust dart. Likewise, you can also share your 2 inches between the two darts, or it can also be on one side of your bust point. So now I'm going to be connecting these 2 inches to my bust point, and I won't be connecting it exactly on the bust point. I'll be going like a quarter or half an inch before I connect it to my bust dart. So this becomes my bust dart, and I'm going to be cutting this off. So now I took the 2 inches on one side. I'll do the same for my under bust also. I'm going to be taking 2 inches here, and then I'll take the same 2 inches on the waistline. I'm going to make it into a straight line, connecting my under bust to my waist dart, and then I'm going to be connecting this in a curved way to my bust point. And to do this also, because this is a princess dart seam, I'm going to be going down by 1 inch here, or quarter of an inch, or 0.75, 1 inch open. Let's just do like 0.75. That's 3/4. And then remember, it's a princess seam which is going to my armhole. So the same thing that I took here, I'm going to be taking up here also 0.75. So now I'll be connecting this hack to the 0.75 here using a curved ruler like this, and this then becomes my under bust dart. So here I'm just going to through this place because I don't want it to be too sharp. Okay, so now I'm through with my waist dart, and I'll also be cutting this off. So the next thing for me to do now is to connect this to my armhole. Remember, it's a princess line seam. Okay, so now I'm going to measure my armhole, what I have here on my armhole, and I have around 8 inches here. So I'll divide that by 2, and that's going to give me 4 inches. So I'll mark it from beginning like this, and then I'll mark my 4 inches. So now the next thing for me is to connect this 4 inches to my 3/4 that I have here, using a slightly curved area of my ruler. Okay, so now I'm going to take everything together. I'm connecting this now, and then I'm going to connect it to my bust point. So you can see that it is not sharp, it is slightly curved. And now we're almost done with our princess dart pattern. The next thing I'm going to do now is, remember, I'm not taking any darts on my armhole here. What I'll be doing now is to close my bust dart, and once I close my bust dart, it will be transferred to my armhole. So to do that now, I need to cut out this pattern. So if I cut out this pattern, I'll be able to close my bust dart, and then I'll be able to transfer it to my armhole area. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to cut my waist dart. And then I can easily cut this bust dart. So once to transfer it, I need to open my armhole dart also. And once I do this, and then I close this bust dart, you can see that it is automatically transferred to my armhole area. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off this waist dart also, and then my dart is complete. So now I have this for my princess dart. Okay, now so to complete this, if you notice on the side, because of my bust dart that I closed, it's no longer aligns here. So now to complete it, I'm just going to place another pattern paper here, and then I'm going to hold this with a masking tape, and then I'm going to take my ruler to easily blend this in. So I'm going to blend it to my underarm seam there, and then once I do that, I can easily trim the excess off. So that is how you draft your princess dart seam line. It is very, very simple to make, as you can see. So this is what we have here now. So what you just need to do now is to take this to your fabric and then cut it. This is your side front, and this is your center front. So you cut it separately, and if you'll be adding padding to this, you just need to cut your wadding. Your padding will go from your underbust here, from the underbust to your side, and make sure that it doesn't enter into your seam allowance. This is the seam allowance that I'm working with, so you can use your free hand or a cuff to just connect it like this to your underbust. So this forms your padding. I'll just cut it, or you can just shape it in a way like this. You can just cut it in full like that. And then for the side front, I normally just cut it in full. So from my underbust here to around here, I'm going to stop my padding. So you just cut that, gum it to your fabric, and then you sew it. So that is how you draft your princess dart seam. It is very simple to make, and it is very, very useful. So that is the end of today's class. See you in the next one. Bye.